Let's just take a step back and ask ourselves, what is it? At the top level, SharePoint is now part of an ever-growing Microsoft 365 stack. And by stack, I mean a collection of services or product offerings that Microsoft provides for us to help us achieve common goals and common aims using their software. What used to be quite a limited set of Office 365 tools and then a separate SharePoint opportunity is now part of this wider Microsoft 365 umbrella, where you can not only receive Office capabilities like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, you can also now, even as part of the basic licenses for businesses, gain access to tools like SharePoint and other tools called the Power Platform, for example Power Apps, Power Automate and Power BI. SharePoint now exists as one of a number of services that Microsoft offers to you within Microsoft 365 to help your business expand, use the integrations on offer and become more efficient at doing the jobs you do well. Since its inception in 2001, where it was referred to as something called Microsoft Portal Server, it's grown up a lot. Many people consider it to be a file server or a location where they can simply store lists of information. But over the years it's grown up way beyond that to become part of this arsenal of business tools available to the non-developer and developer alike within Microsoft 365. It came online at around 2015-2016 after being largely an on-premise tool. But the focus we're going to give here is not so much to the on-premise opportunities but more the cloud. Because as we mentioned earlier, upwards of 85% of all Microsoft SharePoint users are utilising these cloud-based SharePoint opportunities. So again, let's re-ask that question. What is SharePoint? And again, the answer might be feeling slightly elusive. And the reason is because there isn't a single thing that SharePoint is anymore. It's more, what can I do with SharePoint? It's a bit like a Swiss Army knife. It's not designed for one specific task, but instead can achieve multiple tasks for you depending on your context. So if we take Teams as a lift-off point to give you some examples of what SharePoint's doing for you, let's go and have a look. As mentioned earlier, when we look into the Teams Files tab, we're actually exposing a SharePoint document library. Teams can also expose SharePoint lists for you, which contain data and information that you might want to use in your business or your workflow. SharePoint can also expose and contain apps and videos and much, much more. SharePoint can also be an intranet provider for you. It can expose information for your team or your organisation that you can keep up to date and communicate and collaborate.